This episode is sponsored by Squarespace. It's thanks to their support that our videos like this and more are possible. We just launched our new website on Squarespace and are really impressed. You can check out the link in the description. If you need a website yourself, get 10% off by going to squarespace.com/makeeverything. For the past few months, I have been making products in our cosmetics series. And unlike other series we've done, this series has been a bit of a different topic for me. In the past, I have set out to make items that I consume, wear, or have at least some practical use to me. But makeup is something I don't use, and only have the vaguest knowledge about. Overall, this has made this topic much more challenging, but at the same time, intriguing to learn about. With a $445 billion yearly revenue, the beauty industry is not an insignificant market, and is important to at least half of the population. In my quest to make cosmetics, I had to travel far distances to different countries and states and dig pretty deeply into chemistry to produce both natural pigments, as well as struggling to even make some synthetic ones. Now that I've completed making my own basic kit, I want to put it to the test. But first, I'm curious how much it ended up costing me. My usual ways of calculating this are always fairly arbitrary, but it can give some interesting information. First, for a little background, the average woman will spend almost $300,000 worth on cosmetics in her lifetime. Before this project, my total spending on makeup so far has been $0. For travel, it took a roughly $700 trip to Oaxaca, Mexico to harvest the cochineal bugs. Then a $500 trip to Arizona and Utah to collect both a red ochre soil and a white clay. Next, equipment. For the somewhat advanced chemistry I needed to achieve in this series, I racked up about $1,300 worth of new equipment I had to purchase. Then, for all the hours of labor, I ended up racking up a lot of time between the numerous attempts at the chemical process that quickly became my bane. Ultimately, at least 80 hours. In the end, you get what you pay for, and like usual, the quality of my inexperienced ability is rarely worth anything over minimum wage. So, all in all, that puts the price point at $3,120. A makeup kit containing all the items I produced could easily be bought for around $150. Making my products more than 20 times overpriced. But since I have no intentions to buy or wear any makeup in the future, this lifetime total is not that bad compared to your average woman's. Now, I want to show my cosmetics to the expert who helped me get this all started, Caroline, and see what she thinks.
Well, how did I do?
First up, the lipstick I made, using cochineal insects collected in Mexico, combined with sunflower oil, cocoa butter, and beeswax.
Your stick structure is not ideal here. So you can see that the payoff of this is equivalent to a really sheer lipstick. I think what you were probably going for is something more like this, which is a lot of pigment. So this isn't going to spread very much. This one spreads a lot. Probably isn't going to fly in the store.
So I should add more pigment to it?
You should have definitely added a lot more pigment to it. And then also maybe kind of considered your wax ratios because this looks really chunky. I don't think you're ready for trade shows yet.
Next, my foundation. Made from white clay collected in Utah, as well as red ochre soil from Arizona, which I then chemically separated and converted to a yellow ochre, combined with oil from the castor plant.
Foundation, all right. So these are nice.
I think these turned out probably the best.
So this is an oil-based foundation, I'm assuming.
Castor oil.
Castor oil and
White clay and chalk.
That's creative. Usually you'll use titanium dioxide. I'm assuming that was hard to get your hands on.
Yeah.
So I'd never seen that skin tone before, but that looks a little gray, but we'll go with it. Your texture is a little sticky, which isn't surprising. But your coverage isn't too bad. There's some chunks in that. I'm seeing some little white flecks in here.
Okay.
And these are pigment aggregations. So it may have looked smooth when you mixed it, but then it went back together. And
so it'll separate.
So, yep, that's very smooth. It's good. We'll let it sit on your hand and see how well it dries down, because castor oil probably won't completely soak in and it may stay a little sticky on your skin, so that might not be an ideal foundation, but as far as your smoothness of that one, it's not too bad. This one is also, you can see it's very chunky.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. But you got some decent color in here. Now that's probably because you don't have a lot of wax in there. So there's nothing impeding the color. Yeah, those two actually look like decent foundation colors. You didn't do too bad on the coloring on that. My suspicion is that it's not going to soak in and you're going to end up with some really sticky foundation. And if you had that on your face, every time your hair would get stuck to it, everything would get stuck to it. So let's check it now. See how it's still shiny?
Yeah.
Okay. So you made actually more of a lip gloss than a foundation.
Oh.
But you know, so I don't know that I would wear that, but as far as your coloring goes, it was okay.
And then my blushes. My first attempt with safflower failed. So I have my backups, made from strawberries and beets combined with chalk, and also one I made with cochineal.
So this is your blusher, and you made this out of what?
That's with chalk and cochineal.
This is a interesting texture. Okay, so
It used to be a powder.
it's a powder. It seems like it's absorbed some water from the air. It's very, very fluffy. All right, so see that's just a powder. That's not going to adhere to your skin at all. And when you wipe it down, if you can see anything at all, it's white. Did you put more color in this originally?
I think it had a little more color.
Okay, well, cochineal is light sensitive. Over time, it can lose color. There's no color to it. So, I mean, the whole purpose of a blush is to kind of give a kind of rosiness to the cheeks. And so that doesn't really give any rosiness to the cheeks. So you're definitely going to need to add more pigment to this. This one is?
That was the beet.
Okay.
And that used to be reddish purple. Now it's completely colorless.
Okay, so that's not surprising. Beet is actually not a pigment I would recommend for people will think that you can make cosmetic pigments out of fruits and flowers, and it's very rare when that's actually the case.
I read historically the beets and strawberries are used, but I assume that's just like directly rubbing it on.
Directly rubbing it on. Yeah, you can maybe put it in glycerin. This is not surprising at all. This has also lost its color. And then your texture here. So you see that big grains.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it needs to be much smoother. Very small particle size. So this I'm not going to open because this looks like Aspergillus niger. So tell me about this one.
That's a creamer blush. They're made using strawberries.
You want to know why this turned so moldy? It's because you used some water in there. The reason these are not molding as much is because of their anhydrous. It's not that they can't mold. They can get water in there from the air, but water is required for microbial growth. And so the strawberry pigment has water in it, so you just gave it some food.
Next, eyeliner, made by burning canola oil that I grew, collecting that soot, and mixing it with more oil.
So this is your eyeliner.
Probably the easiest one to make, using the instructions you gave me.
Yes, and this is a recipe that has been used for thousands of years from many different civilizations. It's not too far off from the process that's used today, only they just do it commercially. So see how nice that's perfect, that's beautiful. So that product is great. Now what we're gonna do though, is we're gonna compare that to a modern commercial product. And so this is a modern eyeliner. And this, we'll let that dry. This is, you can see actually there's some bleeding on your skin.
Is it the right consistency? Should I have added less oil, or is this just...
I would have added less oil because of that, see that bleeding that's happening? That shouldn't really be happening. You could add a little bit less oil, but at the same time, you know, I think you did fine on that one. See, this one's completely dried and it does not move. That's because in this is a chemical called isododecane, which evaporates completely. So it just leaves a pigment on your skin. This is still moving. So no, you can get that to dry, but I would use a little bit of wax and a little less oil, and maybe experiment with different kinds of oil to see what soaks in better.
And then the Ultramarine Eyeshadow, made from a combination of soda ash, sodium sulfate, clay, and sulfur. Then baked in a process that took me over a dozen attempts until I finally succeeded at it. All right, the next I have the Ultramarine, which is the most challenging one.
So let's try this against a commercially made Ultramarine. I know, no pressure, right? Okay, so that's pretty faint, but you did do it. I mean, congrats, that's an eyeshadow. A commercially made Ultramarine looks like this, which isn't terribly far off from your color. The color is going to vary depending on how you do it, and obviously they're going to have exactly the right circumstances. Yeah. So it's got a little more color, but again, that's partially going to be the particle size.
So, what grade would you give me overall?
I give you, I mean, considering the materials that you used and considering that you actually made the ultramarine, I would definitely give you a B-.
This has been a very illuminating series of just how much chemistry goes into this, and I feel like I barely touched it.
It kind of requires a little physics, a little fluid dynamics. There's quite a bit of science that goes into it, so it's really not something that you can just do overnight. And also another thing, microbiology.
Yeah.
That's absolutely critical in cosmetic making because you don't want to infect people.
All right, well, thanks for helping me with all of this and letting me know how well I did or not.
All right.
Now that I have Caroline's evaluation, she offered to give me a makeover, using my makeup for one half of my face and store-bought for the other side so I can compare them. However, I have no real frame of reference of the quality of cosmetics, so we also assembled a panel of more makeup-experienced human guinea pigs to also try it out and evaluate it. Oh, and also Chris.
I'm scared. These are sticky. So this is maybe the consistency of toothpaste.
Ooh, that is sticky.
Ew. 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 What is it? What is this made out of?
Gonna make Chris pretty. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh. It'll make my face really shiny.
I can see like the chunks of it on my face. That was not my mole, that was a chunk.
First critique is it feels like honey.
Okay, so coverage is like 0 out of 10.
Ooh, yeah, this is Vaseline.
Gooey.
Kind of burns like the pimples I have.
I think my eye is burning.
I could use this as like hair gel.
It feels like clown makeup.
Also, you can see how kind of oily my face looks.
We'll see how this turns out.
Oh, I feel my face breaking out even more.
When was I a clown?
That tastes exactly like the makeup I used to eat when I was a kid.
It's pretty bad. But like, not as awful as I was expecting.
I'm done with that.
Okay. The blush, okay.
That's not a blush.
Why is my face so itchy now?
Oh, she is scary looking. I'm gonna do a dirty thing.
This is like a bad practical joke.
My face looks exactly the same as when I started, except it feels grosser.
What are these crumbly bits? Is it like bug?
Wow, that really compliments your eyes, Chris.
Is cochineal bug?
I've bought better makeup at CVS for like 30 cents.
Like a pharaoh.
Do I really want to do the eyeshadow next?
That's a really bright blue.
I would never wear blue like this.
Actually, a really nice pigment of blue.
I never wear blue.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Go in lightly with this.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, it doesn't smell good.
It's a little more of like a smoky gray on my eye.
No, I don't know what that smell is.
I don't completely hate it actually.
I guess it's decent coverage. I mean, Claire's value.
Oh my lord. Is this all like vaguely okay to put near my eyes?
Oh, nope, okay. Oh, punched in the face, that's fine.
It's like I got a black eye.
It almost looks like I got punched in the eye.
Okay, this eye looks slightly better. It's not as bad.
But I'm okay with fuzzy, sort of blue tinted eyebrows. You can go for that full lid look. Look like a Sonic character.
But actually on the skin, it's not terrible.
It's not too bad.
I'm gonna leave it like that.
Not as awful as I was expecting.
I think the eyeshadow came out kind of decent though.
Oh my god, I look so pretty.
Okay, the eyeliner.
Is this literally oil? Is that safe?
Now I'm very scared for the eyeliner.
I'm gonna attempt to do a wing.
I do not know how to feel about this.
This is gonna be funny.
What happened? Oh no. This is fun.
Try not to get it all over my eyes because I have to drive home.
I'm an art student, so I cannot go blind. Oh, there goes it. If I just like, yeah, this is definitely a look. This doesn't look good, but if I went into school and I was confident, people would be like, oh, that's an art student.
Do you know if this stuff will ever dry?
No, it's just, there's nothing we can do.
Maybe it'll work. Oh, maybe not.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Oh no, that got in my eye.
I have to like keep my eyelids closed.
Nope, that's worse.
This eye looks good.
I guess I ate some of it. I'm not scared.
It's like, you know when you touch your bike chains?
Yes. Yes. Oh, it burns.
I don't wear glasses, but I feel like I'm gonna need to after this.
Like,
Thank you, boss. Let's go. Your dog thinks I'm beautiful. Don't like the foundation.
You know, but this might be better than the makeup I did in middle school.
I told you this is Walgreens consistency.
I just don't think that this liquid eyeliner is usable for anything. I'm giving up on that.
I'm actually decently impressed.
Okay, I think it's lipstick time.
Like, no, don't pout. Like, go like, Looks good on the Q-tip.
Oh my lord.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this.
Is it doing anything?
So first thing I'm noticing is that it feels way too waxy.
Not very pigmented, not very opaque.
There's like something hard in this. What is this, piece of glass? Andy, this isn't lipstick, it's blood.
I don't like the taste.
I don't normally wear lipstick, but I know it's not supposed to do this.
So right now it kind of just feels like a tinted lip balm.
Can I use you as blush? Yes, I can.
Together. My eyes are burning. I think this is my finished look.
Do I like a slow-mo like turn shot? Like
Alright. We're made up.
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
oh, you're welcome.
So welcome.
Anytime.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's something.
You did an all right job, my dude.
I don't know how to feel.
Half of it worked, right?
Like, Andy made makeup, so I can say that much.
Eyeliner is definitely runny. It's up there. It's definitely greasy.
Eyeliner does not compete.
The eyeliner is actually nice. I like that. If it wasn't so watery.
The eyeliner was probably the worst out of all of this. It just did not do its job. It's supposed to be eyeliner, not eye run everywhere.
The eyeliner, literally the exact same thing that I had when I was 11. So like, it's a start. It's clear that you started and you can go farther.
Also, it's making my eyes burn. So I would probably wear nothing, because I think right now, I look like a hot mess.
Yeah, exactly, like Kevin Kline in Wild Wild West.
I think there's definitely a difference in the lip colors.
Maybe the lipstick, like if I bought it in the store as like a really cheap lipstick, I wouldn't question it. I'd be like, oh yeah, this is just a really cheap lipstick.
The lipstick is just a lip balm.
The lipstick, also bad, but tastes like walnuts, so I guess good job there.
The lipstick is great for chapstick. I would not rely on it for pigment, but doing a great job there. The foundation.
I don't really notice the foundation at all. I think it's on light enough.
The foundation, I would return that to the store and think it went bad or something. It was not good. Like, maybe it looked okay after the setting powder that was supposed to be blush. It just was really translucent and didn't really do much for me. Maybe with somebody who was looking for something that doesn't need a lot of coverage. Somebody who doesn't have a lot of red spots like I do.
The foundation is bad.
It would work for like Vaseline, you know.
But it tastes like makeup, so good job.
The texture was way off. Try and go creamier next time.
You know, the eyeshadow I think was best in terms of what you can use it for, like its actual purpose.
The eyeshadow actually wasn't bad.
The eyeshadow is actually also very cute. I wish there were more shades, so expand on that.
So I just feel like this is a really cheap eyeshadow that I got from the store.
Oh, and then the eyeshadow. That was good. That was a good time. I enjoyed the eyeshadow.
You can tell there's something in this eye. I think it's just starting to get into my actual eye.
This eye still hurts, actually.
I guess overall, I would give you guys a C+.
D+.
I'd actually give it like a C.
I would rate it I for I hate it, but I'd still probably wear it as a joke, or if I was going on a date with someone I didn't like.
That's like a C+, yeah.
Lipstick as blush, A+.
Like $5 at Kmart.
I would expect it in my stocking stuffer for Christmas from my cousin who is very cheap.
I would dumpster dive behind an Ulta for this. I would not pay any money for this.
$2 Wet n Wild kit from CVS.
Ready to go on my date.
I think I'm good.
This might not come off.
I like start wiping them off and like my eyebrows come off with it.
I'm actually impressed with how it turned out. Probably not the look I'm gonna go with, but it's pretty good actually, considering how much advanced chemistry and just general lack of any knowledge at all on my part. So, I'd say not a bad result.
Thanks again to Squarespace for making this episode possible. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make your next move with Squarespace. Create a beautiful website with their all-in-one platform, no coding experience required. They have a ton of templates to choose from, so you don't have to start your designs from scratch. Squarespace provides award-winning 24/7 customer support, and it's simple to set up or transfer an existing domain to Squarespace, so all your websites live in one place. We just transferred our website to Squarespace and really love how easy it is to use and how great our content looks on their platform. Start your new free trial today at squarespace.com/makeeverything to get 10% off your first purchase. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and check out other content we have covering a wide variety of topics. Also, if you've enjoyed these series, consider supporting us on Patreon. We are largely a fan-funded channel and depend on the support of our viewers in order to keep our series going. Thanks for watching.